Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal, and I am here with Kyle.
What's up? How we doing?
It's good to hear from you again, Kyle.
It feels good to be back. I feel like I've had a long weekend and my voice feels a little different.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Here we are.
Is mine back to normal now?
That was weird because you had like a transition where I thought you were there.
I know, it wasn't.
And then
there
you
yet.
weren't there yet.
I know. It kind of scared me.
Should we do one more?
Sure.
All right. One more suck.
So, I'm
I
just
feel really lightheaded right now.
I'm
Oh
just
my
happy to
God.
be here with my best friend.
I feel good.
Having a good
really.
time, doing drugs.
I love sucking. I'll suck anything with you, John.
I'll suck anything that'll alter my brain chemistry.
I feel out of breath right now.
Yeah.
I don't feel good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just let these balloons die now.
Be free.
So yeah, how's it going, guys?
They, again, can't answer. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm wearing a shirt today. Well, not that.
That's exciting.
Well, no, my
What a start.
sister came over to the house and she said, "Oh, John, you're wearing a normal shirt today." And I was like, "What does that mean?" She's like, "That's the first time I've seen you wear a shirt that isn't like a t-shirt in like over a year."
She must not watch the podcast because John wears a lot of non-t-shirts. I feel like you wear a polo every once in a while. You'll throw on
Throw down
something
the
else.
hippie spunky shirt every once in a while.
The spunk shirt. Yep.
But here we are.
We got shirts. I don't know. I mean, when's the last time I didn't wear a t-shirt? I mean,
like years ago.
right now I'm not wearing a t-shirt.
But that's because you don't really have a shirt on. Period. That thing's like a long sleeve.
You're right.
thing.
I'm naked.
Yo, I wanted to ask you about something.
Oh, please.
So do you remember that one time?
Yeah,
When you
for sure.
we were playing basketball at a park, that one park near your house, and you just picked up a basketball and you just threw it at this random kid.
No.
No, you remember that though? Or no, it was
Well,
me
I'm
who
s-
did that.
What?
Do you remember when I threw a basketball at that kid?
You threw a basketball at that kid? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then
I
it-
remember that.
Yeah, and then it missed him, and then he came and started fighting me.
Yeah, and then he beat the shit out of you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
cried to me, and then
Yeah.
I came in and kicked his ass.
No,
yeah, I remember
you
that.
didn't really kick his ass, but you
No,
just
I
kind of
did.
scared him off, and then he left. But then you took me back to your house. Do you remember that?
Oh, I took you back to my house.
Yeah.
Then what did we do?
Well, no. So then I had a black eye, sort of. It was developing, and you took it upon yourself to bathe me and kind of clean me and sing
yeah.
along.
Right. I scrubbed your back and stuff. Fed you in the bathtub.
Yeah. What did you feed me again?
Carrots.
Oh,
Yeah.
like were they the small ones or the full size ones?
Oh, they were the big ones. I was giving you like Bugs Bunny carrots fresh out of the garden.
How many carrots
out of the ground.
at a time? Like how
15.
many?
You ate 15 carrots.
I
in the
had
bathtub.
15.
Yeah. You remember that?
No, I remember like 7 or 8.
Mixed
but-
in some onions.
Oh, was I like lucid? Was I all there, or was like
You were
I had a
100%
concussion?
there. You were there.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, your brain might not have been there, but you were there.
Yeah, it's just this whole day kind of seems like a blur, so I wanted to kind of
You're trying to
retrace my steps.
retrack what happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that
because-
kid beat your ass. I beat the shit out of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, you didn't see that part.
Okay.
You were unconscious.
Did you knock him unconscious, or he?
Yep.
Okay.
No, he ran home crying after he was unconscious.
Okay. And then we went back to your house.
Yeah.
You brought me to the bathtub because I was bloody, and you
Right.
needed to kind of clean me
Right,
up.
yeah. So I gave you a blood bath.
Fed me some carrots and
onions.
I remember like the whole reason I'm trying to figure out this day is because I remember I at some point lost my Game Shark, the thing that you would plug into your DS and you would like it had cheats on it. So I was
I
wondering
don't have that. I don't even know what that is. Wait,
a
what?
Game Shark.
Yeah.
you would
Is
plug
that,
it in-
Is that little small adapter?
Yeah, it was like a little. It's like was cheats basically.
Looks
You
like
would
a little hump.
you could buy it at like GameStop and it was a little thing. Oh no, not like a hump thing. It was for a DS, not for the original Game Boy Advance.
Can't relate.
Yeah, so I lost it that day, and so I was trying to just figure out the whole story of what happened throughout the duration of this day.
Well, the reason you threw the ball at that kid is because he mugged you. He took it from you.
But like, so we were just playing pickup
Yeah,
games.
he's 3 years younger than you too.
Really makes me sound like a piece of shit.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah, so he came up, kind of yanked the ball away from me, and then I yanked it back, or I just went and punched him.
You yanked him off a few times. You yanked him a few times. He yanked you a couple times. And I saw there was mutual yanking going on, so I was like, you know what, we can't have this. He pushed you down. You became unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Then I kicked his ass. I yanked his ass.
Okay, so then we went back to your house.
Yeah.
And I was in the tub, and you were kind of like trying to help me feel a little better. I was crying a lot.
Yeah, you were crying a lot.
And
Way too much.
I ate some carrots and onions.
Yep.
And then I remember you started singing.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of
Good
like
memory.
one of those motherly things where you were trying to just soothe me a little bit.
Yeah. It
And
was
you
like
didn't know what would help me, so you just started singing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Adele.
No, it was a song that I made.
Oh, do you remember any of the lines?
Yeah, something like beautiful boy sitting in my bathtub. Can you please fall asleep in the bathtub?
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
gonna push your head down into the water.
it's
and
all
you will drown.
yeah, it's coming back
and
to me
you
now.
will die.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Then I shoved you down, but you fought back though.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew you were strong enough to go back, to yourself.
Yeah, so then I remember like eventually, I felt a little better and like I got out and we hung out and then H came over.
Yeah.
And I just remember that like all he would do is he was just like eating your cookies all day.
Oh, that's just all he did anyways. He just ate our cookies. I didn't even know he was here. He just walked in and ate the cookies and left.
I knew
I
the
was
whole
drowning
time.
you. What?
No, I knew he was there.
Oh,
That's the thing is he
didn't.
texted me.
You had your phone in the bathtub?
Yeah.
How does that work? I was drowning you though. Something's getting mixed up in this story. Something feels wrong about this story.
Yeah, no, so I was in the bathtub
You texted him.
and then no, we were done with the bathtub thing. You
Oh,
were
I had
gone.
already. Oh, where did I go?
I don't know. We were at your house.
Maybe I was in my own bath.
Yeah, maybe.
I like baths.
And so then he texted me, said, "Yo, I'm gonna come over. Like, you guys are hanging out, right?" And I wanted another friend there because I was like having a down day, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, cool."
Got your ass beat.
And he's
by
like,
a
"All right,"
4-year-old.
but he said, "But don't tell Kyle."
Oh.
And he's like, "I just want to come over and I'll hang out with you and I'll eat the cookies, but don't tell Kyle I'm here."
Why not?
He just like you'd been on his nerves recently.
I do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just thought that like you were really annoying. Because all you would do is talk about backyard baseball. And it got like to the point where no one wanted to even be around you because you'd only talk about Pablo Sanchez.
I mean, it's hard not to talk about Pablo Sanchez when he hits like 40 home runs a year for you. But why were you there? Why were you at my house if you didn't want to talk to me?
Because you were bathing me.
Right, but we were hanging out in the first place at this park. Why were you with me?
Oh, because you weren't annoying me yet. You
Oh.
were just annoying him.
Okay.
So anyways, he came over and we were eating your cookies and then you were upstairs playing backyard baseball. But we were just, you had thought that we
but my
weren't even
computer's
there.
downstairs. So that's where you're remembering incorrectly.
Oh. See, now it seems like we have two different sides of the story here.
It almost seems like, yeah.
It almost seems like maybe this didn't happen.
I think it did, though.
No, I do too.
I remember drowning you, like trying to drown you while singing, but
Yeah.
that might have been a different day.
Oh.
I feel like it's a bunch of days blended together.
Oh.
Like, remember that one day I gave you all those carrots? Maybe that wasn't the same day.
Yeah. No, I do remember that's where my love for carrots started.
Right,
Like, it was because you forcefully put them upon me
I
into my
shoved them-
mouth.
Yeah, I forced them down your throat.
And like I've never viewed them as anything other than spectacular since then.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could like recap that though. That was
Yeah,
like a
so-
good moment in time that we could, come back to.
Yeah, I still think my Game Shark is still out there somewhere, so maybe I'll remember that one day.
I'll let you know if I find it.
Okay.
I'll check the bathtub.
Yeah. Cool. I s-
I did not know where you were going with that at the start. I was
I had absolutely no clue what I was doing.
worked well.
Not
I'm getting
really.
hot in this jacket. by
Can
the
I
way.
turn the heater off?
I can turn it off.
Okay. So that went just very well.
I would say so.
Yeah. That was none of that happened.
I did bathe you once.
Yeah.
Very sensually.
Cool. Speaking of vegetables, I saw this tweet and it said
Are vegetables now fruit?
no.
Still waiting for that day.
Yeah, for any of those of you who are confused, I had this grand idea where I was like, Kyle, one day I'm just going to start making up a story and it's going to just be totally wrong and we're just going to go with it.
Yeah, I thought you were actually talking about a time that we like fought a kid, and I was like, we've never been in a fight. Like,
Yeah, no. And then I think it became pretty clear that none of that happened. But I was trying to just go with it, and it didn't really go how I
hey,
thought
it's all
it
right.
would.
Things work in different ways and mysteriously.
Yeah,
They work.
that's the same.
That's what they say.
That is what they say. I saw a tweet and it said, "Soup should be a human right. In the heart of every town, there should be a big pot of soup that you can help yourself. And if anybody meddles with the soup, well, the answer should be obvious."
Death?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big soup guy. I mean, like, soup doesn't really do it for me.
I get it, but just this scenario, would the world not be a better place if in every town they had a huge cauldron of soup that was on security 24/7 so no one fucked with it, and you could at any time, day or night, you could just go and get a bowl of soup? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool. I just I don't trust a lot of people. I would say most people in the world I don't trust them.
Okay, but
So I don't really want to be
trust
dipping
you'll
my
go
ladle.
to Qdoba and trust that there's
Right.
this cauldron would have even more security than your average Qdoba.
Yeah, but would I trust Qdoba more if I were making my own burrito and taking everything that was just set out in front of me? They're making it for me. It's one person making it for me.
Yeah, you're not making this
If they
cauldron of
if there
soup.
was a soup kitchen, like a dude that's like the soup guy, he's like on duty,
Yeah, he's the soup
serving
wizard.
soup. Yeah, and he's the only one with the soup. Then I would be more inclined to trust it. But if it's just like willy nilly, like walk in, scoop your soup, leave, I don't trust that.
No, I don't think you're understanding this.
I am understanding it. You're thinking of a big like fountain of soup in the middle of like a town.
Enormous, like the size of a water tower filled with soup.
All right.
But it is protected. It's not just like a random fountain.
If it is actually
there is
protected,
active security with
then
AR-15s.
Sure. Why not? Yeah, if they got ARs and shit, then I guess who's gonna try to get past a guy like that to poison soup? You know?
Exactly. So
serial killer
would you be
would.
down?
What kind of soup is it?
What I was thinking is every single town
deal
has a
breaker.
different soup.
So what would our soup be?
Miso soup.
What's miso soup?
I don't know. It's like an Asian soup, I think.
I'm good.
I think it's got peas and shit.
Ugh, gross.
but you go to
Miso
New
soup,
England.
isn't that the one that they just give you like at the start at like Asian
I
restaurants?
think.
It's just like really not that exciting. It's like broth.
I'm not really sure what.
All right.
No, I think because miso soup was in Restaurant Story,
So
so I think it had some other things in it. Like I don't know if that's what
I'm sure there's something in it. Like it's not just like some liquid that they just put
just
in a
chicken broth.
Yeah, they put
call it
some
miso soup.
some sort of spices or vegetables maybe in it.
Yeah.
Ginger.
But I was thinking every single town has like a different soup. And so like New England would have New England clam chowder, you know, the classic, what they're famous for. But then you go to Texas and they got like
Chili.
chili soup. And then
I'd be down for that.
you go to California and they got like watermelon vegan soup or some weird thing like that.
A
And it's
smoothie.
trendy.
A smoothie.
Yeah, it's like a smoothie soup.
Ours would be some fucking oatmeal smoothie shit. Like some
That could be a good soup though.
some vegan, like it just looks like throw up, but it has a bunch of good shit in it.
Yeah, it's good for you.
That's the Seattle soup for sure.
Yeah, no, I just think it would be a really cool thing. But then I proposed this idea to someone else, and they were like, well, maybe, you know, like it should only be available for people who need it.
How many people are you pitching soup to?
Though this concept,
Yeah.
I've pitched this to everyone.
Oh, okay.
It's a big deal to me. I'm really passionate about this.
Okay.
But they were like, oh, well, that doesn't make sense. Like if like you and I could just go get soup, like what's the point? Because you don't need the soup. They should make it for like homeless people or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm more thinking of.
And I'm like, no, that's not in this hypothetical world. That just limits the coolness of this.
Why?
Because it would be way cooler if this was a cauldron that is huge. There's like a grand soup master of each city.
So what's
and
going to
it's
stop like all the homeless people or people that want to just live off of the soup from just living?
No, they can. The government funds this. Like everyone's invested in this
No.
soup culture.
So they're just living in a tent right outside the soup.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go to get the soup then.
No, but everyone's nice because they're getting free soup.
I don't want free soup. I don't really want it. I'm good. I could be totally fine I could be totally fine probably never having soup again. I mean, all right. I'm not, it's not that I hate soup. It's just like it doesn't do much for me unless it's a great chicken noodle soup or minestrone. Minestrone's fire.
I don't know what minestrone is.
They serve it at Spaghetti Factory. It's that soup you get at the Spaghetti Factory. It's got a bunch of vegetables.
I always
and
get
stuff.
salad when I go there.
Oh, it's got like vegetables and shit and like some noodles and maybe some stuff.
Okay, so you get those. That's our hometown soup. Are you gonna go eat it?
No,
You're not. You guys are crazy.
It might be like
I can't believe no one I've told this to.
it might be like a
idea.
once a year thing.
I'm shocked.
There's just so many factors. We're in a pandemic. Like there's a public soup.
Kyle, you are underestimating the security.
Are they putting hand sand in the soup?
No, but you got the soup wizard in charge of it. You
If I
gotta trust
know
him.
it's safe,
Yes.
like no matter
So
what,
safe.
there's absolutely no way someone could fuck with my soup.
No, never.
Then I might try it like once or twice a year.
Wow.
Because if I'm being honest, I'm eating soup probably 4 to 5 times a year.
Okay.
So
But just if it was that accessible, you don't even have to make it. Like you're just driving around, you're depressed late at night, you just broke
Always.
up with your girlfriend.
of course,
You're crying, listening to
all I need is soup.
Post Malone.
Coldplay.
Coldplay is probably a better option.
Post Malone.
And then you pull into the town hall and you sulk your way over to the wizard soup cauldron
Yeah.
and you just get a big bowl and have a good time.
I don't know if that would really make my.
You don't think that would make your night better?
I don't know that soup would help my depression.
I think there would be a whole community of like soup gatherers where people like it's like, we're gonna have a therapy session tonight, but we're gonna meet at the soup cauldron.
You know what?
And it's a whole squad of people that go and connect with each other.
Maybe there's soup gatherings. Probably there'd be like a Facebook soup group. I bet there's probably a Facebook soup group of
There
some
is.
sort.
There's
where it's
many.
like a soup party group,
Like a book club.
but soup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but also think about how much hair would end up in that soup from just people walking around it and living by it and breathing near it.
You do have a
and-
good point, but I do think the security would be top notch. I got to reiterate,
like
there would
is
be
there a net over this? Like how are you getting the?
Kyle, this is in the future where there's wizards
I'm
that
just
make
saying.
soup, so there's a lot of possibilities here.
Are there wizards in our future?
Yeah.
I've said it before. There's no way to prove the wizards aren't here because in Harry Potter, they do that shit. Harry Potter was based on a true story.
Yeah.
It was
And they don't have dentists in the UK.
about a wizard named Harry.
Yeah.
You think Harry Potter needs a dentist?
Sorry, I can't.
What?
I just saw this picture on Twitter the other day, and I can't get it out of my head. When you said Harry Potter, and it just flooded back into my head.
What's this picture?
Someone like drew an animated picture, but it was like Hermione, but just with like massive naked tits. And now you said Harry, and I just got a flashback of like these huge fake tits on Hermione. And
How did you feel about it?
I mean, they looked like good, but fake.
All right.
That's the thing with fake tits. They don't
it's like
usually.
they're obviously fake.
Usually, they don't look bad. It's just not
can.
real.
Probably. Yeah. I mean,
It's
not for me.
It's like if I get like a really crazy Hail Mary touchdown catch in Madden, it still feels good, but it's not the same as if I witnessed the Seahawks throw a Hail Mary touchdown pass because I just know that it's not quite real.
So fake boobs are like Madden,
Yes,
and real boobs are like real life.
like DK Metcalf.
okay, I'd rather have DK Metcalf
Yeah, than Madden.
than Madden. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we're on the same page,
All right,
dude.
cool, great.
I'm happy to hear that.
Great. What do you think about like fake lips and shit,
And
and like cheek shit, and Botox?
I mean, not really a fan of most of that, but I will say I have seen some videos of people that got like nose jobs, and it actually looks really good
Yeah.
if you get it done right.
And
I've also seen some horror. Have you ever seen those like TLC shows?
Oh my god.
Called like Botched.
Where they just completely fucked it up.
Yeah, now it's this person trying to like get their face back without looking fake as fuck.
Yeah, and that's the thing with like Botox or anything is as you age, it doesn't age well with you.
Yeah.
So it's just
But like Jennifer Aniston got a chin job in the middle of her career.
yeah, she did.
And like she was already hot, and now she's like really hot, and she's aged well with it.
Yeah, she's also she She smoked cigs too for a while, and she's still aged well. She's just one of those people. Like her and J-Lo, I don't think you can count them as like the average people. They're just the people that aged super well.
And have hundreds of millions of dollars.
And that too. They probably have a bunch of money that they're spending on their bodies to whatever.
Yeah, like me. Like me too.
You spend a lot of money on your body.
Yeah.
What are you spending on your body? What do you need maintained?
Steroids, moisturizers.
The steroids aren't really working. What kind of steroids are you taking? Like up the butt, pills, injections?
Injections.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean that's why my arms are as big as they are. If
They
I
are
wasn't
huge.
taking the steroids, you don't want to know what I would look like.
I mean,
You know what's crazy about steroids is like
they're terrible for
you
you.
have to actually work out with them. Like you
Yes.
could take steroids, but
You
if
don't
you
just
don't
get
lift,
big.
it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And I just think people don't really get that.
And also, this is going to get me on the baseball tangent, but
Let's go.
when people are, I'm a pro Barry Bonds, put him in the Hall of Fame guy, because he did do steroids. There was no evidence of it. Like he was not caught with steroids.
He did, though.
He never, but he
did.
for sure did.
Yeah.
Absolutely 100% did. He still had to be a great hitter, and he was. Like,
Yeah.
just because someone did steroids doesn't mean. I think if you want to strip him of the home run record, that's fine, but he belongs in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the best players of all time.
Yeah.
That's
And
like-
it doesn't give you like some cognitive
No.
advantage where he's like seeing things in slow motion and
It's
like,
not like he's this trash player and then he takes steroids and then all of a sudden he's huge and hits like 500-foot home runs. Like he's
Yeah.
a good player. That's why he's hitting him. He's just a little bit stronger than he would have been.
yeah.
And his head doubled in size.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And like, I don't know, if you see a guy at the gym that's fucking enormous that probably takes steroids, you might be right. He might take steroids, but he still like worked for that body really
yeah.
fucking hard.
He probably works out like 3 hours a day.
Yeah, or more. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. I just feel like people. I just wish there wasn't such a stigma with steroids. You know, like in sports, they're not good. But I'm just saying, as like a human, like if you want to take steroids, it should be like makeup. Like if someone wants to wear makeup, cool. If they don't, cool.
Yeah, I know there are. I mean, I think some steroids are legal. I don't think it's illegal.
Yeah, no,
to
you can
do
get. If I'm just like, I could get steroids.
So
if I
what do
want
you mean
to.
the stigma against steroids? Like that they're bad?
Just people think it's like, yeah, people just think it's bad and weird.
I mean, it's not like good.
But
You
can
shouldn't
do
be
it.
doing. You can.
You can do it in a
There
good
are-
way. There's safe ways.
There are
to do
safe ways to
steroids.
do it. Like people like The Rock's been on steroids.
Yeah.
You claimed he wasn't on steroids.
Well,
He definitely was.
I don't know.
No, he was.
But I was just said yeah because it supported my point.
Right.
And as soon as it went against my point, then that's when I doubt it.
Perfect. That's the best way to deal with an argument is when it helps you, you agree with it.
You go,
No
yeah,
matter-
yeah.
No matter how much you disagree with it. And then once it hurts your point, then you're off of it.
Dude, the best feeling is like when you're arguing or like debating something, and then like someone else, like a third party, joins in on your side of the argument.
"I'm right."
And you're like, yeah. See.
Exactly.
And then you feed off that energy.
Yeah. Or
The best is when you're debating something and you know you're wrong, but someone who doesn't know comes and takes your side, so you get to act like you're right and go with it even more.
you're like, yes, this guy's an idiot. He's on my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I also, fuck. I had something I was gonna say and I lost it. Debating.
Debating, arguing,
Steroids. Fuck. No, it was about debating. And
when you know you're right, when you know you're wrong, and you get the other person to.
damn it. I don't know. I
Okay.
lost it.
I'm getting my eyebrows waxed today.
Are you actually?
I am.
Wait, like.
Why is that so funny?
No, good for you, man.
I'm not waxing the whole eyebrow off.
Yeah, I
like
just-
you know what that means.
I'm
Like,
I'm curious, like what.
how different it'll look.
I have a lot of questions. So what started this? Why are you doing it?
Okay.
That's question 1. 2, what are they gonna look like?
Okay.
3, are you doing it alone? 4, have you done it before?
That's a whole lot of questions. I love getting interviewed.
So question 1, I don't remember what it was, but I think it was
Why? I don't know. My sister bought me a gift card over a year ago for this place because I told her I wanted to get my eyebrows done. And so she bought me a gift card, and then I just never used it. And I was like, I should probably use it because it's been almost a year.
Fair enough.
So I was like, hey, Morgan, will you go get your eyebrows waxed with me? Because I don't want to go by myself because of that. I don't know what to do.
Exactly.
They don't speak my language.
Walk in and be like, I need these done. Fix these.
And then they're like,
okay, take them off. All right.
yeah. And then it's just a whole nail place filled with women, and I just get uncomfortable. And she's like,
You're uncomfortable around women?
No, it's just like a nail place full of women in particular.
Hey, there might be a couple dudes in there.
If you were to go, let's say you had a dentist appointment, but for some reason your dentist was in the back of Victoria's Secret, you'd feel a little weird, would you not?
I'd feel a bit weird. Yeah, I mean.
So it's kind of the same thing. But let's say your dentist, you're the only guy patient for your dentist for some reason.
I wouldn't feel that weird about my guy, like if I was the only guy at my dentist.
But it's in a Victoria's Secret, though. It's not just...
Okay, yeah, that would be weird. That would be weird in a lot of ways. But
so that's how I felt.
I'm just saying there could be some guy getting his nails done, and you're gonna look. You guys are gonna make eye contact and be like, "Yeah,
you're my boy."
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you guys are gonna be. It's a little unspoken bond between you two.
Yeah, hopefully.
Or he's gonna look at you and judge you. It's like, why is there a guy in here? Because he's in there. He's like a regular, and he's even judging other guys that are in there.
Whoa. So I'm going with my sister, and she's gonna be getting a pedicure. And then after I get my eyebrows done, I'm also going to get a pedicure.
I need a pedicure,
I'm
bro.
going to be on fucking cloud 9 tonight when I
Damn.
get home. I'm going to feel so good.
Yeah, you're going to be walking around like you're going to feel really fast.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have brand new feet and you're just going to want to run around.
I'm going to want to do like reverse lunges because I always avoid them because my toes always hurt. I have bad toenails, like ingrown toenails.
The foot that you step back hurts your toes?
It always... I never.
I can see that.
I never do that because my toenails are so fucked. I can't express how bad my toenails are.
Yeah, I don't understand how that happened. It's probably because you ripped them off.
No, it's because
you do rip them off, though, right?
I mean, yeah, but that's not really the root. The root is shut up. I know the root.
What's the root?
So you act like you know and you don't because I know because they're my toes.
Okay. They're your toes, man. I'm not going to talk about your toes anymore. Tell me about your toes. Since you know so much about your toes, give me that toe info.
It's because I always would get shoes that are too big. And throughout my life, when I played sports, I liked the feeling of them being too big. But as a result, whenever I would plant my foot, my toes would jam into the end of my shoe over and over and over, and then they just got fucked. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so I'm noticing a theme about you playing sports.
Okay.
Is that you do everything completely unorthodox and has thus fucked up what you're like now.
Give me some examples.
Big shoes. Never drank water. Angry the whole time you played sports. Can't think of something else. But that's 3 things.
Well, the whole I didn't drink water was not by choice. It's because if I would drink water, it would make me want to puke on the court.
But that maybe it's because as a young boy you didn't drink water, and then you got used to it.
I think that's not true.
Well, you got to fix that digestive system.
So yeah, that's for the why. It's because I wanted to. 2.
How are you? Are they waxing them or are they like trimming them? Or
No, they wax them. I don't know.
Like how shaped are they gonna? Like, are you gonna come back with super
No.
like, dude? Can you get the lines?
I probably could, but I'm not going.
Why
No,
not?
I think that's you got to the lines. You got to do it like a barber.
They can't razor a line in. I could do it for you.
I don't think they do that at like a place where they.
I got you. I give you a line.
Kyle's gonna give a line in my
Yeah,
eyebrow.
I got you.
No, I'm not doing that shit. And it's not like some dramatic thing. Like you probably won't even notice a difference. But I was just like, I got kind of long eyebrows, and I want to just get them shaped.
Okay, I'm glad. That's great.
And then what were your other questions? Or does that suffice?
Yeah. Have you done that before?
No, first time. I'm gonna take my eyebrow waxing virginity today.
I'm looking straight at your eyebrows. I'm seeing. I just don't. I know people get them threaded too. That's another thing where they like take a thread and like fucking rip them out.
Yeah, I don't know what that really means.
It's like
when
they're
they say
flossing your
threaded.
eyebrows off.
I've also heard some shit like I think like laminating is a term.
laminating.
I could be totally wrong.
Isn't that where you take a piece of plastic and like heat it between paper?
Yeah, but I think there's something about that with eyebrows, and I've heard it like is really miserable, but I don't know.
I mean, people get them permanently drawn on. People get them tattooed on.
What if I come back and I just have tattooed eyebrows?
I hope that you come back with just the most sculpted eyebrows ever. Like super
like
thin.
Perfect Squidward. Pretty
like,
Squidward. Well, he doesn't have eyebrows.
Did he have eyebrows?
I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, man, the things that people do to make them. The thing with those eyebrows, those drawn-on eyebrows, is that like your face changes over time. You know, like the shape as you get older.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
your face kind of changes shape and like
You might get a
skin
wrinkly. One eyebrow might get real wrinkly.
Exactly.
And then
That's
you
what
got,
I've always
a
thought.
dip in your brow, and it's like,
You're kind of fucked.
yeah. That's why people also get tattooed eyeliner on, which that makes more sense. That's terrifying,
Really?
but it makes more sense because you don't have to put eyeliner
They
on.
tattoo around their eyelid.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. People get like makeup tattooed on. I don't know about that, but I know they get eyeliner, and I know they get eyebrows.
Damn, bro.
I was just like, why?
Gotta look good. I saw this TikTok, and there was this professor that said he did this experiment in his class where he, at the start of the semester or something, he said, like, all right, so you guys are going to be by yourself, stranded on like an island, and you can bring 1,000 things. You have to make a list of 1,000 things to bring to this island with
Fuck
you.
that. A plane, a helicopter,
No, it can't be like, it has to just
some
be like
guy to save me.
shit to survive. Like,
all right.
so you can bring it, like, I mean, anything, but you can't
Xbox.
get like a fucking helicopter.
Wi-Fi.
But you could bring like a TV, video games, like shit like that.
So basically, I'm just moving to an island.
Sure. But the whole point was eventually, so they'd finish their thing like a couple days later, and then he went through like every single one, and not one single girl ever brought anything. Like, none of them brought a bikini or lingerie or like any shit, like, or like makeup or any, because he made it very clear, you're the only one here. And this whole experiment, the point was that like a lot of the things that these women do, they say they do it for themselves, but he's like, you don't, because you
Damn.
do it to like for
other
attention or for like some sort of, for people to look at you a certain way. But it's proof that if you're by yourself, if you're not going to bring that shit, you don't really care about it.
Damn.
You know.
How many? I mean, first.
And I'm
of all,
not saying
that's
it's
a
just women.
long
Like, guys
list.
do a lot of shit like that too.
Oh yeah, no. Everyone does. I feel like everyone does. I mean, you even said one time that you started working out just not even for yourself.
I don't work
strictly
out for
other-
myself. I only work out to look good for other people. That is it. If I was the last person, I'm never working out. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
fat as fuck.
Yeah, but like, you get something out of it for yourself, though, right? Or is the only rush what you think people think about you from
Mainly
it?
that.
Really?
No, I mean, I feel good,
Yeah.
but like that good feeling doesn't outweigh the effort and the time. Like
okay.
but like the good feeling I get plus the fact that I'll look better to other people, that does make it worth my time.
So what happens when you get to the point where you keep working out, but you just start getting like fat? Or like you're old, so the results don't really show up, and you're kind of just like, I'll go
I mean,
anyways.
there's like some even 50-year-old dudes that are pretty toned.
Yeah, but let's just say you're not one of them. Would you just give up?
Well, I think the people who aren't one of them are the people that don't work out that much.
But some people work out a lot and they don't look good.
There's no way if you work out 6 days a
I'm
week,
just
you're not
making
gonna look good.
This is a figurative, or no, hypothetical thing that may happen.
All right,
I'm just
yeah.
saying,
If
would
I
you get-
worked out really hard and didn't get any results, I'd probably stop.
okay, I was curious.
Yeah, but this
Same
guy,
here.
this professor's point was that like, a lot of women and men even do things that they say they're doing for themselves, but they're not at all. They're doing it just to make other people look at them a certain way.
Can you think of anything else that you do for other people?
Oh, I mean, like
This.
guys that have a fashion sense. I guarantee 99% of them, if they're stranded on an island, are not going to bring their off-white fucking shoes and their
That's true.
Gucci belt.
That's true.
Like, no one gives a fuck if you're by yourself.
Yeah. The only thing I'm gonna really care about if I'm bringing clothes is clothes that are gonna fit whatever my environment is
And feel comfortable.
and feel comfortable, because I'm on an island. No one's with me.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I thought that... And his point was that, like, it's more than just. He made the list bigger than just 10 items. So he's like, if I gave you 1,000 options and it wasn't even in your top 1,000, like you really don't care about it. You know?
True.
So
What's something that like you have or do now that you don't think you would put in your top 1,000? Or like something that
I do mainly for other people.
Yeah, I guess. So I guess working out might be one. Dressing might be one.
I think you and I aren't really like that much. Like we don't really go out of our way to make other people look at us in some way. Like we don't. Like I'm never gonna get some fancy ass car just cause.
Don't say that. If I had a lot of money, I probably would do something.
Yeah, but that's different. Like people get cars when they can't really even afford the car.
No,
like, they're paying more on their car than
I'm not trying to get
other
a car
things in their
anytime
life.
soon.
What do I do? I don't think I do anything like that.
Yeah.
Do you?
Would you shave? Or would you just let it fly?
Ooh, that is a good question. Is the facial hair for myself or for others?
I would bring a razor because I
Really?
like the feeling of being clean shaven better. Also, I would look disgusting, as we've known.
But that's the thing is, would you care if you look disgusting if you're by yourself?
I would because I feel gross.
Okay.
Like I would just feel like ugh, it's all itchy and ugh.
Yeah, that's weird. You ever thought about every single movie where someone gets stranded? They never seem to take care of themselves.
Well, why? Why would they?
Well, you just said you would because you feel gross.
Yeah, I mean, they also don't have the option of bringing a razor with them and 999 other things. They're just kind of dropped off on an island with nothing. So I don't think they really can shave if they wanted to.
You make a valid argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. If I was the only human, would I keep my facial hair? It does, I will say, when it gets like kind of long, if like the neck beard, I get like a big neck beard if I don't shave it, and that part gets like, it bothers me. Or no, it doesn't even bother me, but my hands get fixated on it. Like I'll go like this, and it's just like gets kind of annoying.
Speaking of hands, John's right hand was very much in the last episode, in episode 200. Oh, that's not the last episode, but it's the last episode that came out as of today.
Yeah, so sorry about that, guys.
It's fine.
But guys, if you are on one of the audio streaming platforms, go subscribe over on YouTube. And if you're on Spotify, but you have an iPhone, you guys should really go leave a review on the Apple Podcasts app. Rate us 5 stars and write something nice.
Yeah, it's that purple icon on everyone's iPhone.
It's just built in, so there's no escaping it. And
It's there.
We're trying to get to 500, so it'd mean a lot. Before we move forward, we're going to hop into the sponsor of today's episode. Support for Peak to Middle School is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels.
I think a lot of us can relate in that the first time we shaved, that region, we didn't really have the right tools. I was using a face razor, which that's not the move. I cut myself a lot, wasn't very good. But what is very good is the Lawnmower 3.0.
I've even had times where I have nicked myself and I started bleeding. And I had a big night coming up. I couldn't be bleeding. I couldn't have a scab down there.
And that's why Manscaped created their third generation of the Lawnmower, the Lawnmower 3.0.
The Lawnmower 3.0 features a ceramic blade to avoid nicks and cuts.
They've also upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology, so no one's going to hear when you're shaving.
It is also fully waterproof, so you can shave in the shower. There's got an LED light built in, so when you're bending over like me, you're down in the grundle and you can't see what's going on. Now you can.
I've tried so many different razors, and nothing compares to the Lawnmower 3.0.
And let's not forget about the convenient charging stand. It's USB, so you can just plug it in, leave it, show it off, loud and proud. Someone walks into your bathroom, and they know that you are well groomed.
I highly recommend you guys check it out. Head to manscaped.com, enter code PIMS, P-I-M-S, for 20% off and free shipping.
That's promo code PIMS, P-I-M-S, at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping.
Your balls will thank you.
All right, we're back. Kyle, do you feel like a new man?
Why would I feel like a new man?
I don't know. We just took a quick little break. We're
'Cause
back.
I've been scaped.
You've escaped?
My man has been scaped.
Oh, bada bing,
terrible
bada boom. Yo, I've been thinking a lot about something recently, and I want to dive in here with you.
Okay. So we got soup, and we got...
Predestination.
Okay.
Now-
So, all right. Where are you? Okay. Go. Continue.
So-
No, you're good.
Everyone likes to believe that we have free will and that you have the ability that your actions have consequences in life, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And that you can change things and that things happen because of decisions we make. And I do agree with that, but I also have just really been thinking about, like, what if we don't? You know? Like, we all think we do, and it does make sense,
Like,
but
what if everything's predetermined?
what if nothing we do matters? Like, what if we were going to start this podcast no matter what? We were going to have this type of conversation, even if I didn't think so. Like, the universe had already decided what was going to happen. It's hard to know if that's not true.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, because there's a lot of things that I guess, like, how could anyone have predicted them to happen?
Yeah.
And you feel like sometimes no matter what, something's kind of bound to happen.
Yeah.
But there's also for anyone that's saying, like, it's all free will and, like, you make your own future, whatever, I think you do in some ways, I guess. Maybe I'm a little mixed in the, like, free will versus predetermination, but there's some things that, like, terrible things happen to really good people. And
some people, their whole life is just like misery.
And it's terrible. So it's like, it's probably not a decision that they made that caused that. It's just luck of the draw. And it's like almost, that's their predetermination. Like that's what it is.
Yeah. But then there's on the other side of the coin, there's people who like have had nothing and have like worked really hard, made really good decisions, been really smart. And they would probably feel like, no, this wasn't predetermined. Like I made this happen.
Yeah, I think anyone in a successful place is going to claim that they did it themselves.
See?
But I don't think that's true a lot of the time. I don't want to say a lot of the time, but some of the time it's not true.
I know. But
like that CEO kid. That kid, he didn't do shit. He hasn't worked for shit.
Yeah,
he just got it.
It's just like, but I've just thought about what if, not just like career or life success, but just everything ever is predetermined. And if that's the case...
So was I bound to eat that bacon that you gave me this morning?
Yeah, maybe. And it's
Why?
just like, I don't know, but I've been thinking in some ways that would suck, right? If it was confirmed that like, oh, everything's predetermined, nothing you do matters because you're going to do it anyways. And if you think that it's you choosing to do that, it's really not. It's the universe made you choose to do that.
Who's in charge of the universe? That's a different conversation.
That is a tough question. No, but like, in some ways it sucks, but in a lot of ways it would be really nice to know that, because there's so many times when I get stressed out about something or annoyed or frustrated. But if you just knew that you did what you were supposed to do and there's nothing you can do to change it because it's going to happen, then you take that burden off of yourself of trying to change things.
Okay. I think that's something that I've gotten better at as I've grown older and been through more shit, is that realizing that when you're at a super low point, that odds are it's gonna get better than it currently is. So I think like, I guess no matter what, I kind of have this mindset of, I know shit's gonna happen, and I know that I'm gonna have terrible days, terrible weeks, terrible years. Like there's gonna be just shit that happens, and it's gonna suck. But I feel like no matter what, everything's kind of gonna work out how it should work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like, what if things just keep getting worse?
I mean, then that just sucks. And then that's whatever afterlife there is. Then I feel like I'm bound for something great, because if I've had this shitty of a life, and then it just gets worse,
to hell,
then it's like I get sent to hell. You'd think that something would be coming good my way, right? I don't know.
You'd like to hope that.
You would think so, but I don't know. I guess maybe that's just wishful thinking, saying that I hope everything works out the way it should. But there's no way you can really know. As long as you do what's in your control, then it's up to the universe. Whatever happens, happens. Because like I can't control if I'm just gonna out of nowhere get like cancer or
hit by a bus,
or whatever, something random. Like our studio could explode right now.
Have you ever been having so many things go wrong, or just like such a terrible day, and then like you're trying to keep it together, and then just the smallest little thing happens, and you just lose it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but recently I had a day where like I don't even know exactly what it was, but it was something so little. Like I think it was, I was in the kitchen and I would like set something in the sink, and then I set like another cup in the sink, and then I started walking away, and the cup tipped over and like crashed in the sink, and I was like, fuck. And I got so mad that the cup just tipped over.
No, I feel that. I've been there. I mean, I've been in situations where, like, if I'm trying to do something, like, for example, I have a memory of where I freaked out on absolutely nothing. My mom and I were trying to, what was happening? Our laundry room flooded a while ago, and we had like Surf Pro come in to dry it out. They had to like put all the whatever. And so our cats, they're really scared of people. So anytime someone knocks on the door, they go running away. And one of them always hides behind the washer or in the dryer.
Yeah.
And so we couldn't find her after Surf Pro left. And we were like getting worried because our cats don't go outside. So we're like, maybe we're missing a cat. Maybe she ran outside.
Yeah.
Where is she? We don't know where she is. So I was getting super pissed. I was like, where the fuck did she go? And I was like, maybe she's behind the dryer. So then my mom and I pull out the dryer and the washer, and she's not there. And then we're like, all right, our cat's missing. And then she ended up walking right in after. So she like walks in, and we're like, oh, so there's our cat, so we can put the dryer back. And then I couldn't get the dryer back in because it was like, it perfectly fits into this little cubby below like a little table thing.
Okay.
And it just like, it perfectly slides in, and I just couldn't get it to slide in. And I was working hard trying to get this thing. I was like punching the shit out of this dryer. I was yelling. I was pissed. My mom's like, all right, let's take a breather. I'm like, no, this dryer's getting in.
Yeah,
And
dude.
ever since we pushed it back in, it rattles so much louder. Something went wrong when I put it back in, and it shakes the entire house.
That's awesome.
Anytime my mom does laundry. So sorry,
Nice.
Mom. But yeah, I just feel like situations like that happen where just everything feels like it's going wrong, and then the littlest thing, like my mom could ask, well, maybe we do it this way, and it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
there's been a time where just it was the worst day ever. Everything was going wrong, and I was tired. And then I remember I was walking in with groceries, and the bag just tore, and my groceries fell. And I'll never forget. I just left them. I was like, fuck it. I just walked away. It was in my apartment in LA, and my bag, it like broke in my doorway. Like I walked in my apartment, and the bag broke, and I just said, fuck this, and I just left the food.
was it like frozen food?
I don't know. I didn't care. I figured it out like 8 hours later.
Damn. You also did laundry and didn't know for like 4 days in college, right?
Yeah, no, but it wasn't rage based. That was just me not
Dumb.
having brain cells based.
Yeah. I still don't get how that happened. How
What do you mean?
don't remember that you don't have clothes with you?
No, I had plenty of other clothes. That's how I forgot. I did laundry.
Maybe you just have a lot of clothes.
I
For
have
me,
a lot of clothes.
If I am doing laundry, I'm pretty much out of clothes.
Yeah, no, I got
Like I got some shirts left, but I'm running low on like pants
underwear and
or like socks. Yeah.
yeah, no, I got plenty. I want to become more of a minimalist in that sense. I want to get rid of like half my clothes because half of
Yeah.
them I don't even really wear.
Dude, speaking from someone that's gotten rid of a lot of shit, it feels so good to not have a lot of things, especially when you move and you realize like everything here is what I own, and it's just in my room right now.
Yeah.
It's great.
Or it sucks when you do laundry and then you're like all of a sudden you forgot you had something and you got to leave, but you're out of underwear, but your underwear's in the wash.
I mean, don't go that minimalist. Have like 10 pairs so you can go a week, do your laundry, and you got some like spares.
Be honest, you ever had a time where you didn't have time to do laundry, you ran out of underwear, so you got to go in your dirty clothes bin and grab like a pair of underwear from like 3 days ago?
All the time. Oh, no. Underwear, not as much. But like I'll do that for socks or short. I'll do it for pants.
I hate doing that with socks. I
do too.
absolutely despise wearing socks after my foot imprint has already like imprinted
Yeah,
the
you can
sock
see which
for the
one's the
day.
right foot and which
I
one's the
hate
left
it,
foot.
dude. It's the most infuriating feeling.
Why? They're easier to get on.
No, but then they're loose and they don't. If they're molded to my foot, they're worse. I want them fresh out of the dryer. Where
I mean,
like,
I do too, but sometimes you don't have a choice and you don't have socks. And you just pick the ones, you're like, oh, which one's the least gross socks that I have? It's probably the ones I wore yesterday. And you just rewear them.
You know what I hate about socks is that like if you wear them anywhere without your shoes and you get back, your socks are just dirty.
Yeah.
No
Also,
matter where you go.
there's a lot of things, like, I don't know if I'd rather step on a Lego barefoot or step in water with socks on. I don't know which one's worse because they're both like bottom of the barrel.
I'd rather
worst
step on a
things.
Lego, dude.
I would too.
The feeling of a wet sock.
Would you rather walk around with wet socks for a day or jam your toe 3 times in one day? Like jam your pinky toe
Jam
against
my
the corner.
toe.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would jam the shit out of my toe
Dude.
before I walk around with wet socks.
Wet. You ever like fallen in a pond and you're walking home and your socks are just in your shoe and it's like.
Yeah. You ever as a kid, you're walking around the edge of a pond or like you're walking by the lake and then you step on that weird loose piece of soil that sinks down into the ground and suddenly your foot's like a foot underwater and you're like, well, shit.
And then you're even more mad about the fact that like your friends thought it was funny than the fact that like you really don't care that much that your foot's wet, but it's more that everyone else thought it was hilarious.
I mean,
and your foot's wet.
Yeah. And like it's good to I'll always laugh at people. Like I'll laugh at my friends if they do something that they're pissed off about and it's funny, I'm probably going to laugh at them. But it sucks being the one that's laughed at.
Yeah, no one wants that wet soggy sock.
Yeah, but I think sometimes I've gotten better at realizing when something's actually funny.
Yeah.
And like it's going to be funny later. It just sucks right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you rather walk around with wet underwear but dry pants or wet socks all day? So like all day you just have wet underwear that slowly dries throughout the day, but it gets your pants wet.
You'd chafe. I think I'd rather walk with socks. Wet underwear, you're just asking to get some sort of weird smell and you're asking for chafing. And that's just, you don't want it to be like wet and cold there.
Yeah.
You know? But wet socks suck. Anyways.
Sometimes I like to not respond and just give you a moment.
See if there's anything else left.
Sometimes you got like a second wave. Like you think you're done peeing.
Oh, yeah.
And then you wait, and then it gets a whole new stream.
And sometimes the new stream's even better than the first
Exactly. So I just got to let you be sometimes.
Yeah.
I got to let you pee.
I didn't have anything else.
Okay.
My brain was
fully
emptied.
Cool.
Nothing else to speak on socks.
Well, do you want to hop into the segments?
Yeesh.
And by segments, I mean...
Segment.
Yeesh. Oh. I had we got an idea for a segment from someone. Okay. I don't know if you saw it.
I think I did.
From Steve. And he said, I had an idea. You guys could come up with you could come up with a creative name, but it's like recommendations. And he's like, it could be very broad so that you never really have to run out of content for it. But he's like, each week, one of you picks a thing that you just would recommend other people try. So he's like, it could be a food combo that you like. It could be a habit that you do. It could be a show. So I don't know what we could call it, but like, it's just a recommendation of something
for the
odd.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. John's recommendation. Do you have any recommendations? You want to?
Well, we could try it, but I want to think of a better name.
Take John's advice. Take my advice. Accept this. Do it. Nike. Just accept it.
Just try it.
All right, we can figure out a name later, but what is it? What do you got?
All right, we're going to hop into the segments here, and if you're new around here, we have different segments at the end of every episode, and we recently started season 5, and so we've been trying to get some new, we have some staple segment ideas and then some new ones. Today we're going to implement one of our newest ones. We haven't really fleshed out the name yet, but one of our listeners messaged us and said, you guys should do just kind of like a recommendation segment where you guys have like maybe it's an obscure thing you like to do.
I have endless recommendations.
A food combo, maybe an odd show or something. And so I'm going to start it off this week. Next week it'll be Kyle. My recommendation for you guys. Oh, also if you have like a witty name or something for the segment, let us know. All of you got to try peanut butter on a bagel. All right?
Okay.
It's absolutely fire, and I've told it to a few people, and they think I'm crazy.
I don't think it's that crazy.
But in everything bagel, you toast it, and then you put peanut butter on it. It's a game changer. It's fire. Better than toast with peanut butter, in my opinion.
Okay.
So try that out. Also, if you want to take it to the next level, have a carrot and yogurt with it.
Ew. What?
A carrot,
one
yogurt,
big carrot.
A carrot, a thing of yogurt, and a bagel with peanut butter is a fire breakfast.
That is okay.
Or like a midnight snack.
I started your love for carrots. Don't forget that.
Yeah. So there it is, guys. Now, hopping into the fan questions. Kyle took it upon himself to ask for you guys to ask me extremely personal questions this week.
Yeah. So they didn't really disappoint. Some of them are very personal. A lot of people are wondering how big John's dick is. Do you want to answer?
9 inches.
That's not true. Okay. Here's a good question. I can read off questions. If you don't feel comfortable answering them, feel free to say pass.
Oh, I mean, you know me. Come on.
All right. Znes09 asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think you performed when you lost your virginity? Just, you don't even have to explain it. You just give a number. How well do you think you performed? 10 out of 10 is like.
Is 10 out of 10 like 10 out of 10 for me or for like a porn star?
Because
I can't compete with like
no,
fucking.
that's true. Let's say 10 out of 10 for you.
Okay.
Like we're at your peak now, or maybe you're down from your peak. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty good now. I like to think.
Okay, that's good. It's good
so
to
I was
know.
probably 3.7 out
I
of
think
10.
that's probably a solid number. All right. Okay. Ethan K and friends asks, your sister or Kyle?
For what? He. You know.
I think you know.
I don't know.
I think you know.
I'm gonna pick
It's probably me.
Kyle for some things.
Uh-huh. Okay. The box inside asks, have you ever thought about Kyle when you masturbated?
No, but
I'm sure I've popped into your head.
for like maybe like a I could be jerking it and I get a text from Kyle on the top of the screen.
Has that happened? That's
totally. That's definitely happened, dude. Like
Same.
we've talked about how we've
Do you respond though?
no,
I've responded probably before.
like mid
If
you'll
it's like-
take a quick break and respond.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I guess I have thought about you.
That's good.
Yeah,
Glad I'm on your mind, man.
yeah.
Um,
Bro, I also had this kind of we're gonna get a little graphic for a sec.
Okay.
But like I was trying to picture, this is really weird, but like I was trying to think, how would you describe coming to someone who's never came before?
Okay.
Like how would you describe what that feeling is
Right.
in words?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had this revelation that it's almost like, for me, I don't know about you, but it's like my life literally flashes before my eyes as I like you have a certain thought or you're watching like a particular thing, but as soon as like the actual climax hits, all of those things like leave, and then all these other thoughts like flood through my body. But it's almost like a That's So Raven brain blast is as close as I can express it, where
everything is happening.
everything in the universe is colliding at once.
I see.
But then it's also gone. Do you know what I mean?
I would describe it as the complete opposite. I would say there's nothing else. It's just I just feel like it's
Whoa.
just empty, not emptiness, but like it's just empty. It's just this empty feeling that I feel. No, it's like I feel like everything gets put on pause.
Yeah, like I guess where I was going with that is like you can't, during the moment of a climax, you can't have a thought in your brain. It leaves.
Yeah, you can't have. Yeah, you're
Every
not doing math
try,
equations.
yeah, no, try to focus on a certain thought. Like just this is an experiment, guys.
1 + 1 is 2.
Next time you come, try and think about like a thing
I'm not
or
gonna do
a
that.
person, or like you could even think of like someone in an intimate way, or like someone that you like or whatever. Think about them, but as you come, you can't. For like a few seconds, it's gone. Everything's gone, and then it comes back to you once you're like a human again.
I'll try thinking about that next time. I'll think about this conversation.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. Next, Jillian asks, "What's your biggest insecurity?" Anyway, I asked for personal John questions. And
Yeah,
this is
no.
personal.
I mean, I'm not a very insecure person. I used to be really insecure. I don't really have many.
So pick one.
I don't know. I guess I wish I was like hotter. like I like how I look, but I would like, it would be cool if I was like David Beckham.
I mean, yeah, it would be. I would agree with that.
Well, I guess also like I'm pretty hairy, and like there's times when I like it, but there's times when I'm like I just don't want to like I'd rather be clean shaven, but I'm not, and so I could look like a gorilla right now. That's
Okay.
probably my biggest insecurity.
All the hair.
All the hair, just
Okay.
everywhere.
All right. Hair everywhere. Speaking of hair, Steve asks, "Are your nuts as hairy as your face?"
My nuts are hairier than my face.
What? Like your actual balls have more hair than your face does?
Well, are we like not overall, but like per square inch? There's
What do you mean per square inch? Like,
well, I mean,
like
there's
if I were
not-
to take a
there's not-
section of your chin right now, It's pretty hairy. Is that what your balls look like?
Not quite, but I'm just saying, like, compared to like the average person's face hair to the average person's ball hair,
Maybe we can compare
like the
balls
ratio.
after. Yeah, we'll compare.
I would
after.
say that like my ball hair ratio is like pretty elevated.
Okay.
Like I got a lot of fucking hair, but it's to answer your question, no, it's not literally more than my face hair.
Okay. That's pretty on par. I would say my face is pretty on par with my balls.
Oh, then you got some naked ass balls, bro.
I mean,
you haven't seen these balls.
Nah, remember when you felt my face though, and you were like, "Damn, there's more hair than you think."
Yeah. No, it's just like a guy's balls in porn. Most of them less hairy than mine.
Yeah,
so you
but
can
they
use that
also
as a scale.
Probably get it done.
I
you
know, but I'm just saying
a good
most
thing
of the
you got
balls you
Manscaped
see, most of them you see are less hairy than mine. When they're not maintained, of course.
Okay. I don't
But
see a lot of them, but
They're maintained currently.
all right. Okay. Next question from DK Metcalf actually asked this question.
Yeah,
DK. How come you don't sell your feet on Patreon? You're gonna get them groomed. This is the perfect time to take some pics. You should ask them. Give them a tip and say, "Hey, can you take some pictures of my feet,
Or I'll just say, can you paint my toenails?
please? Do it."
Please. No, I mean, I don't know. We threw Kyle's in as a joke. It's not like we're like actively trying to use Kyle's to promote our Patreon.
No,
It's
one of
literally-
the worst ways of promoting a Patreon is saying, "Hey, my feet are on there. You want them?"
Someone messaged us and was like, hey, so if I want to give you guys $15, but I don't want the feet pictures, can I do that?
It's like, you're gonna get them, just don't look at them.
Yeah, like they're there. You don't have to look at them.
It's a little
It's just
extra
a
perk.
joke.
Yeah, we did get one person that was like commenting, asking for more angles and my face in the picture, which
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know.
All right.
What are there other bad ones?
Well, it's a lot of like, how big is John's cock? Like,
It's 9 inches, guys.
how is your losing your virginity?
Awkward.
All right. Luke asks. That's the best word to describe it. Luke asks, John, how much money or what gift would a girl have to give you for you to get pegged?
That is a good one. See, guys, when we want questions, we want something that's gonna make me tickle some part of my brain that hasn't been tickled before. Okay.
You feel tickled when Luke talked about pegging?
Yeah.
That tickled you?
So what did he say? How much money or what?
What would it
gift?
take for you to get pegged? It could be a thing. It could be a money. It could be a person.
I'd say
Like, is there a person that you would let them peg you if you could just
$5
be with them?
million.
Really? You wouldn't do it for 4? I would do it for 4.
I do it for 4.
You do it for
Yeah.
1 too.
No, not
$1
one.
million?
Dude. No, because I can make $1 million in my life if I work a long time.
Yeah, but you also get pegged for like 5 minutes.
Well, then
And you
at
make
what
$1
point do
million.
I draw the line?
mean?
900,000? Would you do it for 900,000?
Yeah, I would.
800.
But this is a question for you, John. So what would you do it for?
4 million.
You really wouldn't do it for like 2.5 or $3
No.
million dollars in front of you? $3 million?
Do you know what pegging entails, Kyle? It's not a fun
Getting
experience.
something shoved up your ass, like, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's not fun. But $3 million, that's pretty fun. That's all I'm saying.
So the fun from $3 million outweighs the unfun of being pegged, in your opinion.
Yeah.
For me, it's 4.
It's like a funny story you can tell again. It's like, hey, I got pegged, but I got $3 million. So who's the real winner? You.
Not you.
Yeah.
So $4 million, or if we're not talking money, like they would really just have to be like so. You know how some people say like, "Oh, my wife's the most beautiful person in the world," and it's
No,
like,
she's not.
it's like most people didn't actually marry the single person that they think is the most attractive on the whole planet.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah. I think when people say that, though, it's like the whole concept of this person as a person plus how they look is like the only person I want.
Yeah.
That's what they mean.
But what I'm trying to say is, if the person that I married could be not only like the perfect human, but they also are quite literally
The perfect
like,
person.
attractively the perfect person in my brain,
Okay.
then I'd probably let them peg me.
What if they want to do it consistently?
No. I'm not saying like I'm saying if I got to like be with them, like if the the way for me to connect with them was I had to get pegged, and then I all of a sudden magically married this person.
But then, are you ever pegging again? That's the thing.
No, it's just a one-time transaction.
One time, like, hey, let's try it, and then let's get married.
And then you get to be with just your ideal human.
Okay.
Forever.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
Other than that, there's not much.
I think Avicii said, life's a game made for everyone, but love is the prize.
Why do you know that?
He said that in a song.
Okay.
So wake me up when it's that song.
Wake me up before you go.
Not that song. That's Avicii, right? Wake
Yeah,
me
dude.
up before you
Okay.
go. Something.
Is there any other good ones, or do they suck?
Something solo.
Or you ask me one.
All right, John. This question comes from me.
At Kyle Stafford 36.
John, what? Personal question about John. This is really hard on the spot. What would it take for? I mean, this isn't very personal, but like, what would it take for you to replace me
as a co-host?
As a co-host? Like, what would I have to do to get kicked out of this shit?
Oh, that's good. I like this question. I like this because I can think of a hypothetical here, and then it'll make you never do it. You know?
It doesn't mean I'm gonna never do it. Just know if I'm looking for a way out, that's what I'll do. I'm not just gonna quit. I'm gonna do something terrible.
Like I'm running through certain hypotheticals. So, for example, in my mind, I was like, if I walked in my room one day and Kyle was standing there and he had just smashed my entire computer and he was just smiling and it's just in 1,000 pieces on the ground and he just stood there and I was like, why'd you do that? And you were like, just cause.
That'd be pretty funny.
Like, I don't know if that would make me. I don't think that would make me kick you off as the co-host, but
it's like, how would we recover from that?
Yeah, I would need to know why, and if there was literally no reason,
a wave came over me and I needed to do it.
Yeah, like if you just had a moment of rage and you just
Yeah.
couldn't contain yourself, and the only thing that would satisfy you was smashing my computer.
Yeah, it was like, you called me a name, like you called me stupid, so I was like, I'm not stupid. I'm gonna beat the shit out of your computer to show how smart I am.
That would piss me off, but I don't think that would be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I mean, if you like if I had a girlfriend and then one day like Kyle's in bed with my girlfriend, I'd
with a broken computer.
like that would be one. What else though? Because that's pretty extreme. I'm trying to think of something a little less extreme.
Okay. I can pretty much say now I'm not gonna cheat on your girlfriend with you.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome.
I think like if it became a regular thing where Kyle could just like never like do what he said, like if we were like, all right, we're gonna record today at like 10,
And stop.
but just every single time he was like an hour late, like for like if this happened for 2 months and he just would never get here on time, that would piss me off.
Or just show up in the middle of the night. Like, you said 11, right?
Yeah, so if it's just like something that like a normal human should be able to do and he just can't do it, that would be the
So
thing.
I just have to like not be the worst.
Yeah, just don't be the absolute worst, and I think you're fine.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So.
Brilliant.
Or if you like if you did like really hard drugs.
I was about to say that. Like, if
I think I'd probably
crack.
Like,
Yeah.
stop.
I think it's good to kick me off at that point.
Yeah, you might be entertaining host, but I don't know.
That's true.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for listening. We love you. Do you love them?
I love them.
All of them or just some of them?
No, not all of them.
Yeah, there's some of you we don't love, but
Yeah,
you'll
I'm
never
sorry.
know which ones of you that is.
Yeah.
So, Kyle, if they want to get cool PIMS merch, where could they do that?
You can. I'm not wearing a shirt. Fuck. PIMS.store is where you need to go.
And it is currently 10% off on everything.
Although
I'm gonna extend it. I'm gonna extend it.
John's extending. John is going extendo mode.
Yeah. So this episode, this is the last chance for you guys to go get it because in a couple days I'm gonna shut it down before the next episode. So if you want 10% off, go cop it. But yeah, Kyle, where can they follow you?
Instagram at Kyle Stafford 36. Follow the podcast at PIMS Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
TikTok's trying to censor us.
Yeah, how dare they?
They keep deleting it. We had a post that got 500,000 views, and then they deleted it because it had the word weed in a caption.
Come on, talk.
Apparently.
What are we supposed to use instead of that? Greens?
some people, what I've seen some people do is they like in comments they'll say weed, but they spell it O-I like U-E-D, like weed. It's like I'm
Yeah,
serious. They're
I
like, oh,
understand.
smoke the weed.
Okay, it's so stupid.
You guys can follow me at Hey Narwhal on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We have a Patreon where you can get up to literally 10 videos every single month. So if you want extra content, we have a Patreon pre-show for every single episode up there. We have deleted scenes and bloopers videos. We got all the good shit. Go check it out. With that being said, new episodes every single Monday and Thursday. Tell your friends to get us to 1 million subscribers. And we love you all. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.